for giving me a couple of minutes of your time. I want to take just a few moments and go over the turn score process itself. It's very, very simple. I'm going to take a few minutes and walk you through the process so you have a real clear understanding when you're using the software, or if you're having us do it, you have an understanding of what we're doing on your behalf. Okay, so the first thing that I would recommend that you do after you sign in or after you're registered is go into your dashboard and print the ebook. Okay, it's about 20 or 25 pages, and really what it does is it walks you through the entire process. It gives you an overview of how the process works, how the software interacts with you in terms of the autoresponders and the emails and things like that. It essentially keeps you in the loop. Okay, so essentially it's 4 parts. Okay, there's 4 parts in the process. The first part is you're going to access a copy of your credit report. How will you know what to fix if you don't know what's wrong with your profile? Okay. The next step is to organize and create your summary grid. You identify the errors within your personal credit profile, and then you put them into a grid. The software then creates a set of challenge letters for you, and then you print them off, send the corresponding documents to the 3 different repositories. Then you wait for the updated credit reports to get sent back to you, and then you update the system. So in a nutshell, you access your credit report, you identify the errors, you send challenge letters, and then you wait for everything to come back, and then you start that process all over again. Just for your own edification, there's 3 repositories or 3 credit bureaus: TransUnion, Experian, and Equifax. And the law clearly says that anything that is in your personal credit profile, it has to be accurate and verifiable. And essentially what we are doing is we're empowering you from the privacy of your home or office. Whether you use the software on your own or you contract us to do it for you, the process is essentially the same. We're going to force those creditors to maintain an accurate portrayal of your credit report. And in the unlikely event that they can't prove that you were 30 days late from 2015 or whatever, the law clearly says that they must permanently delete those items from your credit report. So that is in essence what the TurnScore credit management software is assisting you to do, is remove derogatories, negative items, and raise your personal credit score. So that's essentially how it works in a nutshell. Let me just take a few minutes now and go through each one individually so you have a little better understanding of what's going on. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to access a copy of your credit report. Okay, there's 2 different sites in here. There's annualcreditreport.com, which is free, and then there's a pay site. The difference between the two: annualcreditreport.com, the Federal Trade Commission says that the 3 repositories are required by law to provide you with a free copy of your report once per year. They don't, however, provide you with your actual credit score. You have to pay for that. Remember, that's how they make money, is by buying and selling your personal financial information. The second site that we have embedded into this the system, and keep in mind this is step 1 on your dashboard, is a pay site. You'll pay an entrance fee, but you'll get all 3 copies of all 3 reports in one concise document with scores, and it makes it easier to read and to understand. So you'd keep your username and password, and then our recommendation would be for you to cancel that in short order after you've gotten access to your credit report. Okay, so that is the first step in the process. Again, is to access a copy of your credit report and then go from there. So the next step in the process is, after you have your credit report, you need to identify the items in your profile that are affecting you in a negative fashion. So in this dashboard right here, you have your account name, the account number, and then the bureaus go across like this. You have Experian, then Equifax, and then TransUnion. Okay, and there's 3 different types of data input that encapsulate everything that would be considered derogatory in your credit profile. A P which would be a public record, which would be a judgment or a bankruptcy or a tax lien or something. A C, which would be a collection or a charge-off. And then an L, which would be a late payment, which is an active account that you want to get the payment history scrubbed. So keep in mind, each account may not report the same way to Experian, to Equifax, and to TransUnion. So that's why it's important that all the information that you put into the system is what gets spit out on the other side for the challenge letter. So again, step number 2, you want to get a copy of your credit report, full TransUnion, Experian, and Equifax with credit scores. You identify the accounts, the account number, to which bureau it's reporting, and then under which status. Once you have done that, there's a save and create challenge letter button over here on the lower right. That's what you would do. And then you would then be brought to the next step in the process, which is step number 3, which is sending the challenge letters themselves. Okay. Once you've completed step 1 and step 2, you only have to do that one time. You'll never do step 1 or 2 again. Now you'll just vacillate back and forth between step 3 and step 4. Okay, so first step, what you're going to do is you're going to print each one of the challenge letters right here. Okay, in the ebook, about 2/3 of the way through, we've got sample letters, and then it's imperative that you attach a copy of your driver's license and a utility bill when you send these documents. You need to be able to prove your identity to the 3 credit bureaus. Otherwise, they'll assume that you're trying to steal someone's identity. So you provide a copy of your driver's license, utility bill, gas, electric, cell is a qualifying document, and then you'll handwrite your Social Security number into the system. Bear in mind too, we also encourage you to send the documents certified mail. Okay, there's a spot in here for a 20-digit tracking code. You would then go down here to USPS.com and you can track it, and then the date that it's delivered on this last box over here, you move, you put your mouse over that empty box and a calendar will populate. You click the date that it's delivered, and then in turn, that's what starts the countdown clock over here on your dashboard for the 30-day window. So that's what auto-generates the reminder, so you don't have to remember to do anything other than just take care of your family, continue to work hard, and pay your bills on time. The system does all of the remembering for you. Okay, so now once we've done all of those things, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to wait. Okay, that's the hardest part of the whole process. You have to wait for 30 days for the law to take hold. Okay, you're going to get sent back updated copies of a credit report from Experian, from Equifax, and from TransUnion. And they're going to tell you whether or not those items were updated or deleted or remain. Okay, you want to see updated and or deleted. Okay, and then in turn, you're going to go back to your dashboard in step number 1, and you're going to find the accounts, and there'll be a drop down right here with the month. You just click on it, and then you'll know those particular items were deleted within each individual repository. And there's a button down here on the lower right. You simply click it, and it will update, and then at that point you don't do anything until the system prompts you and says a new batch of letters has been generated, and it's time to send your second or your third or your fourth or your fifth or your 6th set of letters, and the system will do that for you. Okay, and from here, once you've had an opportunity to delete the items and you can go to your overview area, now you'll be able to see it in terms of a color grid, how things are moving along. Anything that is in green has been deleted, and you'll know that, so you'll see it. That's kind of nice actually to see it in a visual like that of all of the things that you're trying to get removed, and then the ones that are in green are gone, and if they're gray, they're still there. The computer knows that now that those things have been removed, they won't be drawn out into the next round of challenges. All right, we're almost home. And then from your dashboard, again, overview is right here. Step 1 and step 2, you're only going to do those at the very beginning, all right? And then you're going to be going back and forth between step 3 and 4, back and forth between printing the letters, entering the dates that they were delivered, and so on and so forth, and then updating the summary grid. So that's essentially how that works. You put your initial credit scores on the left-hand side of your dashboard and the most recent credit scores on the right side for all three bureaus, here, here, and there. So you can actually see where you started and then where you're at and the most current pace. So time is going to go by either way. Clearly, every one of us would want to have a higher credit score today than we did 6 months ago, because it impacts every aspect of our life, as you well know. So whether you're using the software, you've hired us to assist you for that. Thank you so much for your support. We appreciate it very much. Or if you're using it on your own, we appreciate that opportunity as well. So from all of us here at TurnScore.com, if you have a question or a comment, send us an email to support@turnscore.com, and one of us will get back to you as soon as we're able. Thanks so much. This is Chris Jackson with TurnScore.com. We'll see you soon.